They stormed the Capitol on January 6th. They beat up 140 police officers, killed one. Okay, they killed one.
Tim Ryan is a Democrat running for Senate in Ohio, and in that town hall on Fox News, clearly bringing up January 6th is not gonna go well for you. Almost instantly, once he acknowledged that the right wingers were trying to kill cops with their bare hands, they began to boo him. And so you probably imagine, well, that's not gonna go well, right? Well, actually, he is able to turn it around. Take a look at the direction this goes.
We all watched the video. We all watched the video, and
Let him finish, please.
And I'm happy to have this conversation. I'm not afraid to have this conversation. These are the conversations we need to have in this country. I welcome you guys. Let's just be respectful, but I'm not afraid to stand here and defend my position. On January 6th, 140, I sit on the subcommittee that funds the Capitol Police. These are my friends. 140 of them got hurt. And some of them still can't go back to work because they were beat up with lead pipes. They were sprayed with pepper spray. They were beaten with flagpoles, okay? They were trying to overthrow the government. They were trying to stop the peaceful transition of the government. What else were they doing there? They're gonna kill Mike Pence, right? They want to kill Nancy Pelosi. Now somebody's beating up Nancy Pelosi's husband with a hammer. J.D. Vance raised money for the insurrectionists. He made several social media posts to raise money for them. Now, again, I don't care what your politics are, but Americans should say no. We have to say no to that.
We're gonna try to get as many questions as.
Okay, so look, I'm not gonna exaggerate. It's not like everyone in the crowd was thrilled about that, but the boos did not return after his strong defense of, not killing cops, I suppose. People were actually clapping, and the others who had been happy to literally boo and hiss at Tim Ryan, they weren't doing that anymore. I thought that was look, I'm not a massive fan of Tim Ryan or anything, obviously, JR, but I thought that was a pretty amazing little turnaround he was able to achieve there.
Yeah, it's amazing what happens whenever you speak facts in reality. That's why I always said, if you have facts on your side, it shouldn't be that hard. Just state them. And if you state them in a way that people hear, let them, they start booing. And I can't believe you said reality. Go, well, listen to some reality and see if you disagree with this. Because what it does, it puts the onus on the people who are lying with absolutely zero credibility or any kind of backing to it to then have to answer a question. And on my show a little earlier, we showed some videos of Michael Short talking to Trump supporters, and none of them had the answer after what they believe. He goes, so why do you believe it? Then what happens? There's no answers. Here's the reason why. If you have a collective group of people, they get to just lean on each other and be like, yeah, that guy's dumb too, so I don't have to have any explanation for it. But when he breaks down and says, this is what happened. These folks went into the Capitol. Nobody disagrees with that. This many officers were assaulted and some died afterwards because of all this. Nobody disagrees that happened. And J.D. Vance raised money for them and in support of them. You can hate me, but why do you support somebody who's raising money for violent people? They have to then be confronted with that reality and either go, I'm okay with it or I'm not okay with it. J.D. Vance was okay with it. Am I okay with it? It has to finally make their identity be theirs again. Because so far, their identity is MAGA. If you're not MAGA, you're on the wrong side. They don't even know what the hell MAGA is. It's not them, it's what they believe because now they support this one guy who somehow inspired them to be pieces of garbage.
Yeah, look, if you want, you can find video of Tim Ryan going on I think MSNBC later on. He was talking about why he decided to do this town hall, knowing that it was gonna be a stacked, hostile audience. And I think he demonstrated that there can be value to it. He talks about how you have to go into the lion's den to pull people over. And I know there's this constant debate about whether, Tim Ryan's not a leftist or anything, but whether Democrats or leftists should go on Fox News. And I think his argument is exactly the right one. You should be willing to go on there to bring people over. You just go on there and agree with the right wingers. I don't really see the value of that. That's like the worst thing that you could do. But for Tim Ryan, he showed that it can be worth it. If you're persuasive, if you back up what you have to say with facts, you can potentially win people over. And I think that there's a lot of value to that.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.